Just another really incredible game for our team, for our program, for our fans. Tonight was just two really, really great teams. I mean, Iowa State is one of the best in the country, and the amount of respect that I have for their program, their history, it's unreal. And this win, it kind of feels a little bit surreal right now, to be honest. However, I'm not surprised because I get to coach a really amazing group of young ladies who work really, really hard, and we just keep finding ways to win, and I'm super proud of that.
We talked like a month before the season. You said the main focus this year was to lay the foundation.
Yeah.
You just got the program's first 20-win season in, I think, 5 years. What does that mean to sit back and reflect on that moment now?
It means a lot, but honestly, not because of what we're doing or what you just said, but because of who I get to do it with. It's just an incredible group that is so bought in from top to bottom and so selfless, and it's the fun that we're having that makes me emotional, because I don't want it to end. And we still have a lot of basketball to play, and trust me, no one knows that more than me. But I just know I'm having the time of my life, and I know they are too. And just to be a part of what we're doing is it's really special, and I think it's very rare.
Can you comment on 3 baskets at the end that I thought all made a big difference? Terryn had a drive inside. She ended up scooping the layup. That one. Claire had a power drive from the left side going in that she banked in. And then there was the step back 3. So hit all 3 of those if you can.
They're big girl shots. Had to put our big girl pants on today, and that's what they did. And the fun thing about this team is they're fearless. I mean, and we've been able to see that, right, with the wins that we've had over teams that, you know, you look at the name on their jersey, and for women's basketball, you know, we haven't won those games in the past, but this group doesn't care, and they want the big moments. They don't shy away from it, and not only do they not shy away from it, they had ice in their veins tonight. And I think with Terryn and Claire, they are just playing with a tremendous amount of urgency right now, and no one wants to win and go out, you know, on a high note more than them. I think them and our other fifth years. You know, I was just doing my radio, and Casey talked about when Anna Gret hit that 3, our bench just coming out of their seats. And you know, some of our kids were a little bit uncharacteristic tonight with their minutes or maybe points scored, but they don't care because they just want to win. And as long as we've got that, you know, I think that our kids don't feel pressure because they know that they're just going to be supported by each other.
On Anna Gret's 3 in particular, just kind of talk about what your perspective was of that play, because it looked like things were kind of breaking down for a second, and then that comes out.
When things are breaking down, I'm really spoiled right now as a coach because I have a lot of weapons that I feel very, very confident just get the ball in so-and-so's hands. I've been fortunate to, you know, have that be different people all throughout the year. But Anna Gret has proven that she's capable of those big shots and those big moments. You know, the last time she kind of had that dagger shot was Texas here, and just put the game away. She's fearless, and she lives in the gym. I don't know that we've got a kid that loves basketball more than her. I mean, she watches it 24/7. She's either rehabbing, watching basketball, or practicing it. And so she's earned those moments, and that was a tough shot. I can't say I was expecting it to go in, but I also wasn't surprised that she made it.
This win puts you in sole possession of third in the Big 12 with 3 games to go. Obviously, anything can happen over the 3 games, but to be in third right now, what's that mean?
Well, I mean, it's just so special, and I know I keep using that word, but it's the word that I have to go to because, this team got picked ninth. I don't really feel that we've ever gotten the respect that we deserve. Sitting here right now, I don't feel like we've gotten the respect that we deserve in the polls and the rankings. But this team is focused on us, and that's been our mantra from the beginning: is us versus us. And this team is living it out. And I think we just have to continue to keep the focus on that, and the respect that I'm hoping for, or the recognition, I think will come and take care of itself. But at the end of the day, we got picked ninth, and we're sitting at third right now, and we're having the time of our life.
Until then, is it a chip on some of the girls' shoulders? I mean, do they use it?
It's what? It's not, because it's not about proving people wrong. It's about proving ourselves right. And I think that we're seeing our team play with a great sense of freedom and motivation, because we just got to go out there and be the best that we can be, and that really takes a lot of pressure off. So we're really not playing with a chip. It's just about, emptying the tank and loving each other hard, and we know that if we just focus on us, we will continue to prove ourselves right.
When against a top 20 team, projected pretty highly in the NCAA tournament bracketology stuff, is this a big step towards getting that respect, do you think?
Yeah, it's huge. And, I say that, but I also understand we got to win. And, but we have won. We've won a lot. And what are we on? Is it 6 in a row at this point? So, yeah, this tonight was big for a lot of reasons. And I hope that we turn more heads after this win. Surely we will. Iowa State's going to keep winning too. I mean, it's just a tough conference, and it's not over till it's over. So we just got to keep our head down and keep doing what we're doing. But tonight was a huge step for us.
What are you looking forward to in the road trip before you come back home and close out the regular season?
I haven't even thought about the road trip. I am just soaking this in. But we've got the day off tomorrow, and I'm excited to go watch film and just figure out how we can get better. I know that the last time we played Kansas, it was our first Big 12 game, and we had a roster of kids that had never played in a Big 12 game before. And so I'm excited, just, again, us versus us, just to see how much better we've gotten for that Sunday matchup.
Tonight was the best three-point shooting by the team this month, one of the best overall shooting performances of the month. What was going right with shooting today, and do you expect this to go into the next few games to close out the season?
Was it the best for us, or
Yes.
both teams?
Just for you guys.
Yeah, gotcha. Had to see what we did here. I mean, we're a great shooting team. I was looking forward to this game tonight because Iowa State is a great shooting team, and so are we. And so I was excited to just be a part of that matchup. But the month that we have, I've actually felt like is uncharacteristic of this team and what we're capable of offensively. So, I'm glad that we got back just to being a little bit more like us. But I think this is who we are. I don't think this is necessarily like something that we're really excited about. It's just like finally we're getting back to who we are.
On Saturday, you had 18 turnovers against Tech. Today, you have 9. What'd you kind of tell your team, and kind of how'd you guys cut those turnovers in half today?
Yeah, I felt like Tech was just a really uncharacteristic game for us. I don't know if it was the off week. I don't know what that was about. I know they were unforced turnovers, and we were able to watch film and just say, you know what, this isn't who we are at all. And our kids knew that. But I also think that Tech defensively is a lot different than Iowa State, and Iowa State's going to just kind of keep you in front and force really tough shots. So that's where I'll go back to. That's awesome that we shot the percentage that we did, because I think Iowa State's defense is really tough to do that against. But, I mean, this team is – I don't know where we are in the league. I think we're first in assist to turnover ratio. So, again, it's just kind of getting back to us tonight.
In those past 6 wins that you've had, you've gained a lot of momentum, but now you're going on the road for 2 more. How are you going to carry that momentum with your team and instill that it's one game at a time, but you still have to keep that momentum up? How are you going to do that to your team on the road?
Yeah, we just focus on going 1-0 every game, and I think momentum has a lot to do with confidence, and our confidence is at an all-time high right now. So we got to just continue to remind ourselves what got us here and just be consistent with that. We've talked a lot about a verse that kind of came about early in our conference season, Galatians 6:9, do not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. And so we've really focused on that last part. Hey, we can't give up here. We can't become weary. We just got to continue to do things right, continue to work hard, continue to be selfless, and the rest will take care of itself.
Taryn, take us through the late step back three by Anna Gret. I know you dished it to her. It looked like y'all might have been kind of scrambling at that point, but it obviously worked out really well. Take us through that play.
Yeah, so they defended the initial screen really well, and I didn't feel like I had anything. And, I saw G. She wasn't really that open, but G doesn't need to be open to knock down a three ever. So I passed it to her, and she knew the time was going down, and she has ice in her veins, knocked it down. It's a sweet play. Super proud of her.
I know you guys aren't keeping track of a running play-by-play like we are, but she had a turnover on the previous possession, and on that one they got lengthened. She'd missed a shot going in and tried to get it, and fortunately for you guys, they touched it going out of bounds. So she wasn't exactly the hottest player on the floor when she stepped back and hit that.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be the hottest player on the floor to make that shot. We see her in the gym every day working on that exact shot, and like I said, she has ice in her veins, so I feel like we can give it to her at any time, whether she just had a turnover or a missed shot, whatever the case may be. We have confidence in her to knock that down.
I think about a month ago, you guys you were hanging in there with Iowa State, kind of fell late. Same thing with OU. What's changed in the last month for you to be able to pull out games like this now?
I think just the emphasis that we put on finishing games. We know that especially in this last stretch, games are going to come a lot tighter, a lot closer. And it's just the little things that we do that's going to matter in the end. And I know Coach Jacie has really stressed that on us to just whatever happens, just keep pushing, keep going.
Looking back on it now, how important was the first quarter? Even though Iowa State caught up and it became a nip and tuck game late, because you got off to a great start. That you hit the lob pass into you was the first basket. You really couldn't be stopped on the drive, and everybody was contributing. When you get a first quarter like that, does that set any kind of tempo or kind of trend for the team?
I think it always sets the tone. When we have a good first quarter and we come out and we know our assignments and we're playing free and playing like we know how to play, I think it sets the tone for the rest of the game. So this first quarter was very important for us.
Taylen?
Yeah, I agree. We always want to get out, moving the ball, pushing the ball up the floor. And so when we execute that, it just makes the game easier.
Taylen, you were around for the coaching change and kind of the roster turnover. If at the beginning of the season somebody would have told you guys are going to win 20 games for the first time in 5 years, would you have believed that?
I would say, as far as the team this year.
Yeah, so you guys have reached 20 wins for the first time in 5 years as a program. I mean, would you have believed that at the start of the season?
Honestly, yes. Just because I'm with these girls every single day. I know how much work that we've put in. I know everybody's bought in. So it's just that belief that I've had from the very beginning. I knew we were going to do great things.
Would you have believed it in the 1st of April when not everybody was here yet? You didn't know who you're...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe not them.
Is this, it wasn't too chippy out there, but the way they play, the way you guys play, is this kind of a rivalry? If you guys see each other a third time in the tournament, is this kind of built up to where, it seemed like they were determined, it was a battle for third place.
I don't think there's any type of rivalry there. We're just two teams that go out there, play hard, and compete. And we wanted to win, they wanted to win, and so naturally you get this just competitive game every time we're playing each other. And so it's a really fun game to play, but I wouldn't say it's a rivalry.
On Saturday, you guys had 18 turnovers. Today you had 9. How'd you guys control the turnovers on the offensive side?
Go guard. I think Coach just really emphasized that when we're assisting, we're a better team. And so if we're not assisting that much and we have more turnovers than assists, that's not really playing like how we know how to play. And so tonight we came out ready to pass each other the ball, ready to look for open shots for each other and all of that. And so I think it's just kind of our mindset.
Terryn,
Go ahead, Dean.
Terryn, what sold you on Coach Hoyt? How did she get you here? What stood out about her?
We had one conversation, and I just knew she was about her business. I told her my goals and what I wanted to accomplish playing another year, and she, told me everything straight up, and she told me, like, I'm not gonna let you slack. I'm gonna get you to where you want to go. And she's a very genuine person, and I could tell that from our first conversation as well. And, all it took was really one conversation, and I knew she was about her business. I believed everything she was saying, and so far everything has been 100% true. So super glad I came.
As we hit the final stretch of the regular season and Big 12 tournament, do you think she deserves to be in that Coach of the Year conversation?
100%. If you look at just the huge jump this program has taken in 1 year, what she's done, who she's brought in, I think that she 100% deserves to be in that conversation. I think she should win it. And I'm not being biased.
It probably should happen more, but did you guys notice the cheering section you had down there to the left of your bench? It looked like most of the team.
They might have had a day off. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's great seeing other sports supporting other sports, honestly. And so for them to come and show out for us, like, that means a lot. We want to see them back, so.
I heard some of them saying they'd be back for Bedlam, so.
Cool.
Terryn, I noticed some of them were telling you to shoot it when you were wide open on the field. Did you ever talk back to them after that?
I never talked back to him, but I definitely heard them. I'm not going to lie.
Big picture-wise, this is a top 20 team. You overtake them for third in the conference. Can you get caught up in that? This is obviously a big step towards the tournament. Can you get caught up in that, or do you have to take it game by game moving forward?
No, we still have 3 more games left of the regular season, so we literally take it one game at a time. So we don't think too far ahead. We don't think about past games. Just whoever's in front of us is who we're going after. And with that mentality, no, we don't get caught up in all of that.
Any last questions? One more. You guys have been winning a lot lately, so I'm sure this momentum has been growing game by game. How are you going to take this? You're going on the road. Is this momentum going to keep building depending on how those games go, like towards postseason play and everything?
For sure. Like, all the work that we've been putting in is showing, and so why would we stop? We just keep pushing, keep grinding. Every little bit, we keep winning the next one.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you all. Thank you.